So in this video, we will continue this series with a beginner's guide to SDL2 and C++2 Syntax 2. That's Cpp2 with a CppFront. If you are just starting out with this video, you will need to clone the repository Programming Rainbow Beginner's Guide to SDL2 in Cpp2. You will also need from the inside of the directory after you clone this, you will need to clone CppFront from Herb Sutter here, and you will need to have that compiled. So since this is the 5th video, we will be working on the code that we ended off with in the 4th video. So if you're just joining this one, you can grab the code from the 4th video and copy it into the source directory. It's just a single file. Okay, so we've already, let's just show where we're at right here. So right now we have a window that we can open and close. It has an image drawn to it with a black background. So what we are going to do on this video is we're going to randomly change the render, what's behind the image here, the black part, to a random color. So we need to talk about a couple things here. I'm not going to get into C++ random generator, but I'll just kind of gloss over it real quick. So we have two different random generators here. We have the standard random device, which is really good at making random numbers, but is slow. And then we have the faster MT19. It's a Twister 19937 generator. This one is not as good, but it's just good enough for us, for just video games and stuff. It's not really a big deal. It's not for we're not doing any crypto stuff with it. So those are both random number generators. This one's much faster, but less reliable. And this one is slower. And then we have this uniform, this is a template for making sure that our random numbers that we come up are distributed uniformly and also to a specific, range of numbers. So we will be using those three, and we will also be using the SDL set render draw color. That's what's going to actually allow us to set the drawing color of the render that is currently set to black. So let's see how we set up this. I'm going to kind of, what we're going to do is we want to use this one, but we're going to seed it with the slower one. So the slow one is going to seed it initially, and then we're going to use the faster one. And then it's going to be, we're going to use the uniform distribution with it too. So I'm going to put it in the initialize it in the class here, and I'm going to put it above the unique pointers but below this event. And I'm going to call the first one gen. It's like my generator. Okay, and that's going to be the fast one, the STD, the MT19937. So that's our fast one, but we want to initialize it with a seed, and we're going to get the seed from the slower one. The seed only happens once, so it's not really a big deal. And this one, it needs to be initialized too, so I'm initializing it and calling it as a function. That makes sense. So this random device is going to be actually what's initializing our other random number generator. So that's going to give us that. And then we have what I'm going to call random color. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this random color to generate random colors, but it's just kind of the template that we're going to be using with this generator above. So rand color, that's just the name I'm giving it, because that's what I'm going to be doing with it, is choosing random colors. And this is STD. This is uniform. Int distrib Distribution. Yeah, if only it was distribution. And the type that we're going to put here, let's look at this last function here. So this sets the draw color of the render, okay? And it's not actually using an SDL color of type SDL color. Instead, it's taking the colors in separately. So it's taking a red channel, a green channel, a blue channel, and an alpha channel. But each of those are a uint8. So it's 1 byte. It's an unsigned 1 byte, right? So that's what we want the type to be from our coming out of our generator. So the type here is going to be uint8, and this uint8 is not a type from Cpp2. It's actually a type from the SDL2. It's defined in SDL2. It's a type definition. It's just an unsigned 1 byte. Okay, and the distribution that we want out of this thing is 0 to 255. Okay, and this is inclusive, so the 0 is going to be part of that distribution, and 255 is going to be part of it. So it's including both sides of this, so that we have this kind of set up now, and both of these are from the standard library, so we don't need to include anything on those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to this where we're pulling our events, and I'm going to put another key down here, and I'm going to make it the space bar. So I'm just going to make this exact same thing right here. I'll just copy it. And it's checking the exact same thing, but here we'll just put space. But instead, for here, what we want to do is we want to use this function, the set draw color. It returns an int, but we're not really that interested in it. If it fails, we don't really care about this one, so we're not going to check the fail on this. So it's taking it's checking the render, and then it's taking the red channel, the green channel, the blue channel, and the alpha channel. So I'm just going to grab this real quick, and this is just changing the color of the render. So we need the render. Now I'm just going to put it right in here. What we're going to do, basically, we need, if we wanted it white, we could say, or if we wanted it, we could pick a color. Say we want dark green, right? If we want dark green, we can just turn the red channel off. We could turn the green channel on, say halfway, and then the blue channel off. And we're going to set the alpha channel to full. Okay. So now when we press the space bar, it should go from black to dark green if we've done this right. So I'm going to I've already saved the file, and I'm going to recompile it from CppFront to get the and I've made a mistake, invalid side compound statement. Let's check it out. So I have here, right here, that I didn't have the comma between the colors and the render. Hopefully that was it. So I've resaved it, and it says it's passed. So we're going to compile the C++ code. Okay, now we'll run it. Now remember, when I press the space bar, it's going to change to dark green. It's goodbye from game. That's interesting. Let's escape. That is space right there. If event key down. Well, this is a new one for me. Let me just try any key. I'm just going to press. Oh, any key does it. Okay. If I press any key. Oh, okay. Right here, we are setting. We are not checking equality. So that was a bug from the last video. I don't know if anybody caught it in the last video, but or the second video, but we had a bug in here where I used a single instead of a double, so that instead of checking equality, I was setting it. So saving it again, going to recompile the from CppFront and then the C++ source. Now we'll run it. Okay, so I should get dark green when I press space. And there we go. Now it's not going to do anything if I keep pressing space because it's already set to dark green. Okay, but at least we know now it's working. So now we have these three colors that we want to randomly change right here. These three colors. The 255 for the alpha channel, we're going to leave it alone. So the way we can do this is we've got the rand color function that needs our generator, and it's basically like that. Okay, so we can do that to each of them. So this is going to give us, this is using the function that is taking in the generator, and it's making sure it's evenly distributed, and it's between 0 and 255. So we've got that set. We can just try that real quick to see how that's working. We're going to get some kind of variations of dark green, I guess. And here's the code. And now I'm going to press space. See that? I keep getting... They're all kind of green or orange colors because we're only randomly changing one color. So let's just set all of them to that. And again, I'm not going to change the alpha. Oh, 255. Okay, I'll just bring this one down here. Okay, so we should get completely random colors now for the red, green, and blue channels. So we have to run it through CppFront first, and then through the standard compiler. And now when we press it, so now I'm getting just different colors every time. Dark blues, purples, greens, all kinds of different stuff. So we could add in loading of the window icon, right? Now I don't actually have a window icon here, and I wasn't set up for this, but we'll just add it in this video anyway. And so anybody using a floating window manager or something that can show window icon will have that. So the window icon, I'm gonna treat it differently. I'm gonna treat it like it's a I'm not going to put it in the load media section. I'm going to put it in the initialize section. But it's all it is it's dealing with the surface. Now this one takes a surface, so we need the window and we need a surface. So we need to load a surface, and I think it's just load image. There we go. That's what we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and add an image in then. So what we'll use is right here. I'm not sure if it'll show or not. Oops. What did I just do? I just created two new. I'm not used to using VS Code. So right here we have the two images, and one of them here is a modified version of the C++ logo with a 2 next to it using the colors that Herb Sutter used with this flag. It's using the pastel colors. So this image, I don't know if we can show it here. Yeah, it's just a little image. It's not the full size image. It's the same as the one that you would see on the cover of this video. But we're just going to use this as our window icon since we're going to load that later. Anyway, we already have access to that image. So how we're going to do this is we're going to use these two functions here. First, we're going to load this surface. Okay, and we are loading it with the image module, but it will be an SDL surface. So it's going to load with the image module, but clean up with the SDL module. And that'll be done in the smart pointer. And then when we have the image loaded, we'll use it to set the window icon. So since we are already using smart pointers, I'm going to make a smart pointer for this. And we'll just call it icon surf. Okay, so this normally I would just have this a temporary variable. I would have it as a temporary surface and then remove it right away if I was in C or something like that. But since I'm using the smart pointers, I'm just going to let the smart pointer take care of it for me. So I'm just going to load it and just let the smart pointer do what it does, where it cleans it up when it goes out of scope. So I'm not even going to worry about freeing it. I'm just going to let it hang on until it's freed by the pointer. So this will be an SDL surface. This is a software surface, but it's because it's only being loaded to set it as a window icon. It's not actually being drawn to the render. So the way you clean it up is a SDL free surface. And we need the ampersand in the back because it is Cpp2 syntax. And we'll set this to null. Okay, so that should be our, that's just a surface, a SDL surface, and we're calling it icon surf. That should be fine for that. And so we need to load it in. And like I said, I'm not thinking about this as one of the media that I'm loading in. I'm thinking about this more as initializing my window and render. So I'm going to put it here. So this is going to be icon surf, reset, and it's img load. I think it's just load for a surface. Yeah, img load, and it just takes the location. And we're going to just check this pointer. That's how we know if it's loaded or not. So the image we're loading is in images. It's right here. In images, and it's called Cpp2 logo with a capital C. Okay, I'm going to close this sidebar now because it's annoying me. Cpp2 logo. It's PNG. Okay, and we're going to check it the same way we check all of these. Icon surf. So this one is going to be error loading surface. And it's going to be an image error. That should be fine. And if it does load, we just need to run this function that sets it. And I don't even think this has a fail. No, it's a void function. So this function just takes the window and the surface. And it's not returning an error or anything. So we just use it directly. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to do a thing where we're going to see even though I'm in a tiling window manager, we're going to try to set it up where you can actually see the icon. Maybe it'll work. We'll see. So we need the window. We got to unwrap the pointer there. And then we need the file to the we just need the surface image. So that would be icon surf, and we need to do the same. And that should just be the function that sets it right there. Okay, so we're going to compile this. We don't need any new libraries. We just need that the smart pointer is cleaning it up when it's done, when it's out of scope. and that's loading the image, that's checking the image, and then we're finally setting it. We could free it if you want to, but again, since it's such a minor thing, I'll just let the smart pointer free it. And we can check if we have a memory leak later, you'll see. So let's do that. And then let's do the one with the memory leak check. So this one, we need to add in the, oh wait, we already have, we need one more library here. We need the SDL2 image. Okay, this is a more strict one. We're just going to see if all the memory is actually being released. And we are using the source directory, yes. Okay. Okay. Same as before. Now I'm going to close it. And we didn't get anything going on there. That means it didn't detect any memory that wasn't freed. Okay, so now I'm going to try to see if I can actually show you the icon that should have been loaded. So let's see. Let's hope all goes well with this one. Oh, there we go. So yeah, let's try this Zephyr guy. This wasn't really planned, so we'll see if it goes okay. So I'm actually not in a I'm still in my same system, and I'm not in a what do you call this? I'm not in an emulator or in a virtual machine or anything like that. This is actually still the same system. I didn't change systems, but this is KDE Plasma, and what it's doing is it's running a nested X Windows. So it's kind of like it's running inside of my other one. It is showing, okay. So that means we can just open up a terminal. Oops. Yeah, there we go. And can I make it full screen? I don't know. Let's just do, it doesn't even matter. We need to CD into there, yeah. Okay, so this is the icon that we made work right down here. So it did load. That is our icon that we used, and it's right here for if you're in KDE Plasma, it's here on the left. It could be, who knows if you're in Windows. I don't know what they do. And it's down here. So it did actually work. There is an image being loaded. We just didn't see it in Tiling Window Manager because that's not something that I can do there. Let's see, can I just close this guy? Yeah. Okay. So all we basically did was we created the pointer for a surface that cleans itself up, and we used the image load to load the surface. We just called the icon surf, which checked to make sure it was loaded, and then we set the Windows icon with that surface. So pretty short video, but we did at least two things. We made it where the background, let's show it again, where the background is changing colors randomly. So that's if you wanted to know how to make random colors or change the render color. And we have the icon being set. We didn't change the title for this one. We should. So up here, this should be colors and icon. And this long string, all I'm doing is basically trying to turn on every warning, or not every single warning, but almost every warning, and setting all warnings to errors. And I'm also using fsanitizer and all kinds of stuff. So basically, it's going to tell me if I was to allocate some memory on the heap and then not deallocate it when I'm shutting down. You don't need to use this one. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right. So maybe we could show if we were to put something on the heap in a normal pointer, probably. Let's say if we made this like an, can I even do that? Yeah, let's take the deleter out of here. Would that work? Does it let? I'm curious now if we can even do that. And then down here on the reset, where is it? Where's the reset? The reset, we don't even have anything set. Let's see if that even compiles. Okay. Okay. And there we go. That's what I was looking out for. See, we didn't where is it? We've compiled it right here. Right here we ran it. It's called demo. And then the goodbye from game, that's our last message. And then we have this address sanitizer. It's saying, hey, you've put stuff, you've assigned memory, but you didn't deallocate that memory. So I don't think this works on Windows, by the way, that long what I was doing there, but it may or may not work in Mac. You can compile it in Mac with the same switches, but I didn't actually find the memory leaks this way. But but it is quite useful if you're on Linux, or like I said, it might work on Mac with other things, but it's quite useful for if you're programming in C and you don't know if you're allocating memory and then freeing it, especially if you don't have smart pointers to help you out. It is quite nice. We'll revert that back to where it was. How do I do that in this? Okay, there we go. And I still have the icon's name changed. Yes. So now we'll do it again. And we close, and it's good now. But you don't need to use this long command. You can just use this, just this normal one, G++, and we need to set the include path for the CppFront util header file, and then we need to set STD2 C++23, and we're not getting it from video 10 folder. We're getting it from the source folder. And the output. What is that? Why do I have a box? No, I don't want Bluetooth. Okay, go away, Bluetooth. What's happening here? That's probably something to do with the nested plasma. It's messing with me right now. I'm just gonna kind of ignore it. So because I'm gonna have to restart my Windows session after this. So yeah, this is the normal. You're gonna use G++ with the include path to get that utility. We need to use C++23. We're getting it from the source folder. It's just called main.cpp. Our output is demo, and then we need the format, the FMT format, and SDL2 and SDL2 image. So if you're compiling yourself, you don't need that long command that I was doing. Let's see if I can get on this. There we go. So let's see here. Yeah, that would just be your normal command that you would use. So that's going to be it for this one. I hope that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye.